That's lovely, Jerry Goldsmith. It's a great pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice meeting you, too.
The score for the Stand Pebbles is as haunting today as when you wrote it.
Yes,
back in the 60s.
Back in the 1967.
Yeah, 21 years ago. Comments and memories on the Sand Pebbles, because we're running that film. And your thoughts now looking back over the years? Perhaps some of the highlight moments or difficulties or things that stand out in your memory, Jerry?
Well, it's a favorite picture of mine. It was very timely at the time when we did the picture. It was also an accident. I did the picture. I was under contract to 20th Century Fox during all the 60s and the early 70s, and they had preempt rights on me, which meant that if I was doing a picture somewhere else within a certain number of days that they wanted me, they could preempt me out of it. And I was going to do the Grand Prix, the John Frankenheimer film.
Oh, yes, James Garner was in it.
Yeah. And Alex North was to do Sand Pebbles. But Alex got sick and some severe physical problems at that time. And he had to back out of the picture. And I got a call at 5 o'clock saying that I was going to do the picture. And I couldn't say no because I was under contract. And so I remember I went into the studio at 8 o'clock that night to see the film, and that's how I ended up doing it. And it was really the first big picture I did. They were a little bit, Bob Wise was a little bit nervous about me doing it, and because I'd been doing, I was coming along fine, but this was, in those days, it was a blockbuster picture. It was a big picture. That cost like $11-12 million, and that was like 30-some odd million a day, and it was a bit controversial. I think that within there was quite an anti-war statement. We were embroiled in Vietnam then, and
that's right. And
so I was really very, very thrilled to be doing the picture. And quite frankly, I didn't really miss anything about doing the other picture. And I think I loved Bob Wise immediately. I had great respect for him, and it was sort of awe of him. And he was it was wonderful to work with because, like so many directors say, I don't know anything about music, but, which, I guess from so many directors, but in Bob's case, he knew what the but was. He knew dramatically what worked and didn't work, and he's very precise in what he wants, where he wants the music. And it was a great learning experience for me. And one of the things was that he didn't want a hit tune, he just wanted the music to work in the film. So naturally I wrote this one theme that, which is now, and We Were Lovers. And
yes.
They didn't want a song in the picture, and so immediately they wrote lyrics. Leslie Bricusse did lyrics, and we had 50 records of it within a month. But that was sort of the sideline, and it's become a standard since then. But the film was a lot of work. It was tough, and it was done with surgical precision, I would say. I mean, there was a lot of time to do the picture on my part, and a lot of stuff I had to go back and rewrite because it wasn't right. The picture was not the success it should have been, I don't think. It did all right. I think we got 12 Academy Award nominations and managed to lose every one of them.
The stage you brought into a picture, Johnny, when it's finished, I guess?
That one was completely done.
Yeah.
It was complete. That's the way it used to be. I mean, it was, I worked on a 10-week contract, and up until about the middle 70s, that meant that I would come on the picture, and the day I was given a start date, and that day I would come in and see the film, and then see it a few more times and decide where the music was going to go, and so many weeks later I'd record it, and then we'd dub it, and then it would all fit within the 10-week. Not today. I mean, if I get 5 weeks to write a picture, it's terrific. When the picture's finished when I get it, it's a miracle, which it isn't. I can't tell you the last time I've started a film and had it complete. I mean, a lot of it is special effects. We're waiting for special effects.
I was wondering why the special effects, you're giving an answer there.
Well, that's one of the answers. And the other one is I think that we're doing a different type of filmmakers. I mean, I hate to date myself. It sounds sort of old-fashioned. Back when. But it seemed that, 15 years ago, I don't know.
They planned better ahead?
Well,
Is that it? Or
it seemed that things ran... It was a different system. Fewer auteurs to begin with.
Yes, yes.
Maybe
the studio had a bigger role then, of course.
Well, the studio did have a bigger role, and it was sort of post the old system where the director would come in and shoot the picture, and the producer would then take over, and the whole studio system. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying which one is better than the other.
I mean,
for me, the old system was better because it was easier for me. I mean, today it's much more of a director's medium, and I think that that's right. I think that the two most important people are the writer, number one, and the director.
I sure agree.
But somehow, I wouldn't want to be a director because I think that so much time spent in a film, you get very bored. Look, I'm just finishing a picture now. They've been on 2.5 months. And today's the last day. I'm going to be finished today. And I'm bored. I'm tired. But, it's been going on and on and on. And I'm tired. It's been taking too long. So the director's on a picture for 1.5 years, 2 years. And that could be something that... I don't know how he keeps his objectivity. So, all this deal... We have a lot of first-time directors. I can tell you that I've worked with a number of directors now over the last few years that have come on a scoring stage. I've never been there before.